All right, and we are live. Hopefully, you can hear me well. Before we actually get started today, I'm gonna give any businesses or brands the opportunity to advertise with us. You can advertise with us by emailing me right now, OGOD at hiphopun.com. That's OGOD at hiphopun.com. You see it right below, right here. Before I actually get to the news, I'm gonna actually jump right into the news. But the email is right there. So Deangelo, R&B singer Deangelo, passes away at the age of 51 after a lengthy battle with pancreatic cancer. Now, again, real name Earl Gibson III. The Associated Press is reporting, and they went on to say, we are saddened to hear um, the only leave dear memories with his family, but we are eternally grateful for his legacy of extraordinary, moving music he leaves behind. We ask that you respect our privacy during this difficult time, but invite all of you all to join us in mourning his passing while also celebrating the gift of song that he left the world. So it's not a lot of information coming out by way of his family. It is asking for their personal time, excuse me, my bad, to mourn his death as you would obviously want at this particular time, if it was your family. But first and foremost, I didn't even know he had pancreatic cancer. I didn't know he was battling with that. Sometimes people don't want you to know, because there's something that they're battling with, you know, um, in silence, and maybe they don't want that type, of attention to actually come, to them. But definitely a wake up call for, I always say, and it can start earlier. Once you get to your 40s, and definitely when you get, closer to your 50s, you really need to know what's going on with your body. Start with some blood work, start with monitoring your blood pressure. Um, Hopefully you already got some good habits, workout habits, eating habits. I mean, but we all kind of struggle with that, especially with this American diet and what's being what we consume is a little bit difficult. You really got to be super disciplined, but even outside of that, know what's going on with your body, because if you catch stuff early enough in the game, our medicine and getting the type of knowledge that you can acquire out there with all the information that's available, you can reverse and or catch something early enough where you can treat it. Now, sometimes it doesn't matter, once you got it, it's over with. But sometimes if you catch a cancer or whatever, something early, you could do measures to reverse that, and sometimes even cure it. You got all these holistic doctors and shit out there who do what they do, and I never really discount the work that they do, because obviously it was working. um my only problem is when, if you're gonna stand on something, stand on it. Stand on it. Don't tell me to do this and tell me to do that. Then when something happens wrong, you can't. We don't know where to find you or how to hold you accountable because your name is Pickaboo or Pickaboo Jew or whatever. You know what I mean? Or Doctor Medicine or Doctor in the Woods Medicine can't find you. You don't have no address. The thing about medical professionals is that you can hold them accountable through medical malpractice lawsuits if they do something to harm you. So make yourself accountable. Put yourself out there. If you're gonna, got a product or something like that, you want to put on the line. Put yourself on the line. Put yourself through the scrutiny. Put yourself through the testing to make sure that you can stand behind your product. Right. That's all that I ask about that. But nevertheless, man, it's a sad day in R&B/hip hop world for Deangelo to be passing away at such a young age, man. Very young. Law student, how you doing? How you doing? How does my microphone sound, by the way? I'm trying this new wireless one. Definitely trying this new wireless one real quick. So how does it sound in compared to the other one? Because I don't think it sounds the best, but it's good for when you're on the move. You know what I mean? Oh, it's absolutely real. Since when did we do fake news? All right, I'm gonna give you a call. I'll give you a call. My bad. Since when do we know we don't do no fake news? You know, But how many of y'all knew that Deangelo had pancreatic cancer? I mean, I know he's been out of the spotlight as of late, but I really didn't know. Thank you, thank you. I really did not know that he had pancreatic cancer. This room that I'm in, I don't like the reverb. It's actually I'm in a room that's going to actually be our studio, our new studio. So setting that up. There's nothing in here. Start bringing in some furniture this week, but I don't know if I'm gonna try the wireless mic thing, man. I'm gonna have to go back to. I'm gonna have to bring the Shores out in this joint. The wireless is cool if you can't bring the Shores, but I don't got to bring the Shores out. Not me. I did not know. Yeah, well, I'm breaking. This is news channel / interview channel. So if I get an opportunity to give you some breaking news, you can find it here. Obviously, news comes out faster than ever now on Twitter, on Instagram. It's hard to beat it at this point. When we first were doing this, we were able to get the news out the fastest. Not anymore. Things are sped up now. So you got to come to the channel if you want to get my perspective. But you can get the news faster. That's just the truth. First Angie Stone, now him. Life is crazy. Yeah, man. I mean, we're not gonna be here forever. We're not gonna be here forever. But this diet, man, in America, bro, is high in sodium and high in sugar. Deangelo's son doesn't have parents at all. What, the mom died? Damn, I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, so if you're just joining in, Deangelo passes away at the age of 51 from pancreatic cancer. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if that's one of I think colon cancer is bad. Pancreatic cancer is. Andy Stone passed away from. Let me see this. Let's check it out. All right. So pancreatic cancer is a type of cancer that develops in the pancreas, a gland located in the abdomen behind the stomach. It's one of the most aggressive and deadly types of cancer. The exact cause of pancreatic cancer is unknown, but risk factors include smoking, obesity, family history of pancreatic cancer. Wow. So some of the symptoms will be abdominal pain, back pain, jaundice, weight loss, fatigue, nausea, and vomiting. Wow. Wow. Treatment depends. You can get removal of all or part of the pancreas, drugs that kill cancer cells, high energy rays to destroy cancer cells, drugs that target specific molecular abnormalities in cancer cells, drugs that help the immune system fight cancer. The prognosis of pancreatic cancer is generally poor. The 5-year survival rate is less than 10%. My God. Wow. There's no sure way to prevent pancreatic cancer. Regular medical checkups. My God. Wow. Yeah, man, prayers up. The 5-year is less than 10%. So if you get pancreatic cancer, it's all but over. Wow, man. Brothers, sisters, go get checked out. Go get checked. Don't ignore signs with your body. Do not ignore anything going on with your body. Go I know it's tough. Some people don't got medical insurance. Even if you don't have medical insurance, go to a clinic. Go get checked. Please. That's scary. That is scary. And it's not even like I'll say the worst part about it. Obviously, you don't want to pass away, but leaving behind your children, your family, that's the scary part. Like we all know we got to pass on and go to the wherever we gonna go. Who knows, right? We know that's inevitable. But the thought of leaving them behind is the part that I think is scary for a lot of people. Yes, please, everyone, take care of your health. I want everyone to live as long as they can. When your city has a health fair, go. Yeah, go start with your blood work. Your blood work will show you a lot. Your blood work will tell you a lot. I'm telling you, your blood work will tell you a lot. Or even a urinalysis, whatever they call it. That'll get you started. Like, all right, something's going on. Let's get further testing. All right, this is going on. Let's get further this. All right, your blood is this. Let's get further this. Please, please, please. I know a lot of people don't want it because they don't want to know. They don't want to know. Right? They really don't want to know what's going on with their body because they're scared. But sometimes you might go like, yeah, I'm good. And then you can continue the preventative things to make sure that you continue to be good. So man, I'm not gonna be in here long, man, but I wanted to definitely bring this to you. There are some churches that conduct health and wellness fairs as well. Yeah, I mean, again, a blood test, they take a little bit of blood, they send it to the lab core, whatever they're gonna send it, and they'll have different levels of being a test to see what's good and what's bad and what we should do and what we should do. And, if we got to take further testing and if you're good to come back in 2 years and, if there's protein in your urine and all these different things, man, can sometimes you got to go deeper and deeper and deeper to find things. But that blood test should be a litmus test to say, okay, all right, you good. Your protein levels is good. These are good. This is good. Your blood count is good. All this stuff is good. Keep doing what you're doing. Cut back on the salt. But if you're talking like not going and not knowing, you're a ticking time bomb, especially us brothers. It seems like the sisters, they all kind of could get away with it longer in life. But us brothers, man, heart disease, cancer, those things is kind of continuing to knock at the door. And I don't want to put that out there in the atmosphere because I do believe in what you speak will come to you. But that's just the real when you talk about, the risk factor. So that's just my thought, law student. I'm gonna give you a call. I appreciate everybody, joining in, to the channel. Unfortunately, it's this type of news that we got to bring to you about Deangelo passing away. But it's a part of the job. It's a part of the job, man. So definitely thank you all that support the channel. Follow us on Twitter. Also check out our sports podcast, the Blackballed Sports Podcast. That's the Blackballed Sports Podcast. You can check that out. Type it in YouTube and you can find it. And if you want to advertise with us as well, email me ogod@hiphopun.com. See it right there on the screen. You want to get your brand on this channel, it's ogod@hiphopun.com. I have heart disease. Sorry to hear that. I try to go. I actually got to get some blood work soon. I went maybe a couple years ago. Everything was decent. Everything was good. How is it coping with that heart disease though? I try to work out when I can. I'm not on a regular schedule like I used to be, but I do some weight training. I spar a couple times a week, but I still need to go a little bit harder. And the diet thing is the hardest thing for me. It's the diet. I could do the exercise thing, but without it's like you're never going to get the results you want unless you change your diet. It's bad, man. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. A friend of mine's passed away from heart disease a few years ago. It changed your life, man. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of heart disease do you have? And how did you find out you had it? If you don't mind me asking. Nah, sisters are falling off the help appointments too. We need to get up. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Shy Girl. You're right. You're right. You're definitely right. My friend, he had congestive heart failure. He lived like up into his 40s. He had him, he was like young, and he lived up into his 40s. Diet and stress is a key. You can't play with it. Yeah, you're right. And that's the thing. Like your diet could be straight, but if you're stressing, bro, if you're stressing, that's the part to be getting you. That's the part to be getting you. My sister passed from congestive heart failure. Oh my God, sorry to hear that. I don't know if you remember Darren, law student. Check your thyroid. I don't know if you remember Darren. He used to be on our channel with Kansu years ago. It's probably been about 4 years since he passed away. I remember I was talking to him one day. He helped me on the channel. He helped me in business a lot. I was waiting for his call because he'd always call me early. Like I wouldn't even be up. He'd be calling me. Yeah, him. He passed. Yeah, and I didn't hear him. Sometimes I wouldn't hear from him for a couple days or whatever the case may be because it's I guess sometimes he just had to just lay down and rest. But then I got the text from his wife. I didn't know you didn't know he passed. Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, I think I'm back on. One of the microphones died. Dang, that died quick. Probably got to charge it longer. So yeah, that's rough. It's very rough. Just even thinking about it is very rough. It's very rough. So yeah, please, everybody, let's take this health thing serious. Let's take this health stuff serious, man. For real. Set up an appointment just to get that peace of mind. Just to get the peace of mind to know. Because we all ain't living for ourselves. Sometimes you're living for your children, you're living for your parents, or whoever. You ain't just living for yourself. So if it really feels up to me, if it was, I kind of wasn't really honestly like, yeah, but I'm living for somebody else though. To try to show somebody else the way before it's my time. So at the end of the day, it's like, I'll be way more reckless if I ain't had nobody else to live for. That's just what it is. Because at some point you gotta go. One day I woke up in the morning feeling unreal, except either I was having a problem breathing or lay down. I don't believe heart failure. Wow. 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 That's deep. Man, so I'm definitely sorry to hear that. Hopefully, now are you allowed to do any exercise? Will exercise and help? Because they say exercise can strengthen the heart. Exercise can strengthen the heart. Or sometimes it could be to the point where they don't want you doing exercises because it could be detrimental, depending on what type of, what you got going on. So that's another thing, man. My legs got swollen out of nowhere. Health as well, for sure. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, it's always some telltale signs, man. Sometimes it could be a silent killer, but there's always telltale signs, you know. Exercise not good because it put a lot of stress on the heart. Wow. Wow. See, it just depends on the situation with some people, you know. I took me a stress test a couple years ago or whatever, like in 2023, just to make sure my heart rate always high. Just to make sure I went through all, to make sure EKG, stress test and all that, just to check on just to, just to do it. Just do it. So, maybe I probably need to go probably every 3 years, every 4 years, just to continue to check on it. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all listening in though. Dwight, give me your story. Law student, I'm gonna give you a call if you're available, giving your story about your system. Sorry to hear that. Never even knew that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, I guess changing your diet, Dwight, probably will be the most likely thing. I mean, I'm no doctor. The salt, man, that salt and that sugar, man, be getting us, bro. That salt and that sugar be beating us up, man, be beating us up, bro. And there'd be so much salt and so much sugar and nothing, man, and nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Rest in peace to Deangelo. Condolences and to everybody, and I'll check in with y'all a little bit later. Peace.